back, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Smoking Room Podcast. It's me, your host, Dirty Wolf, and we're joined again by the one and only SoulUnskripted. Welcome.
Yes.
And as you notice, I don't got the suit this week, chat, because, well, A, I'm just very disorganized. It's been a crazy week. But B, it's more just a chill episode. We're just kind of here, I figured, we could have did it last weekend, but I figured I'd give us a week each to kind of go over, play the PS5, because that's what we both got anyways.
Yes.
Also, Soul got a couple of the new gen games on PC as well. But other than that, we just wanted to give it some time, play all this stuff, and then this week talk about that. And I got a couple other topics as well, and look back here, most of them up here. But we're gonna kind of go over that first and talk about our experiences. Unfortunately, I didn't know anybody that got the Xbox, so I don't have a lot to say on that. But we're gonna go over on our end what we've seen and all that. So yeah, quotes of 666 as y'all talking bug snacks. No, we are not talking about bug snacks. Maybe after, I don't know. If so, have you tried bug snacks?
No, I have not. I've looked at it, but I've not really played it.
My chat has not stopped bothering me to play this bug snacks game, and I don't know. It's just not. I ain't feeling it, dude. I looked up a review and stuff like that, see what it's all about, and it's not my kind of game. But I did hear that there's a very fun speed run, so I said maybe we'll get into that. But just to interrupt real quick, we're for anybody who's an audio listener here down the road, it's Saturday, November 21st, 2020, and yeah. All right, I thought you liked to play bad games. No, Exodus, that's you. You would probably love it. It's a perfect game for you. Don't you want a weenie worm? Anyways, yeah, I'm going to defer to my man Soul here first. Let him take it away. He got to get it day one, and tell us, how was it? How'd you feel?
Well, when I knew I was getting it that Thursday of launch day, right? So
yeah.
UPS was like, it's going to be there by 9:00 p.m. I was like, cool, I'm good. I'll just go ahead, and I got to work anyway, so I'm going to just wait. And if I get it by 9, if I get it before stream, cool. Then I have everything, ready to go. But if I don't, and it gets there at 9 or around 9, and I don't have time to set it up, then we'll just set it up on stream. Well, I already have it laid out and everything. But it got there at 9:00 that morning, so you can already. I didn't want to work anymore. I just wanted to go ahead and clock out so I can start playing.
Yeah.
But overall, the system, it's huge. One.
Oh yeah, it's like a big damn UFO ship.
It's almost as big as my PC, the one that you see behind me. It's almost as big as that thing. But overall, the performance and graphics and such, they're A1. A1.
Especially for the price, right? Like that's the thing.
A1. Like I was going back and just installing some of my old games. So because you can still play now, Chad, if you don't know, you can buy an external hard drive and still put your old PlayStation 4 games on it and play your PlayStation 4 games that way. Yep. It's better that way. I'd get you a solid state external and do it. It's so much better. So I put Ghost of Tsushima up there first. That was the first thing I really wanted to see.
Yeah.
At 60 frames per second. Oh my God, that game the whole thing it looks amazing. Now the game already looks good itself, but adding the 60 frames per second, it just changed the whole game. And then of course playing Miles Morales and all them, it's just the game. The system is just an amazing system.
It's funny you say that because that was one of the ones I was wondering. Because I myself, as soon as I did get it, the next day I downloaded a bunch of even the PlayStation Plus collection, which we'll get into that a little bit down the line here. But and I thought it was before I got into your stream. I thought, I wonder if Soul downloaded Ghost of Tsushima yet, because I know that game, it just looks so it's crazy, right? How good that game looks.
There's stuff that you wouldn't have seen playing like on the PlayStation 4 Pro, because I had the PlayStation Pro, PS4 Pro. And so even with the Pro, the one that's supposed to be the upgraded version, there's stuff that you don't even get to see until you put it in the PlayStation 5. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, I did. What did I do? Well, one of the first ones I did just for, because I've been having a zombie craving, was I downloaded Zombie Chronicles, like the
Okay.
Black Ops 3. Even that's a few years old, right? And that looked
Right.
pretty damn good. I did a tiny bit of I did a tiny bit of God of War,
Okay.
which, oh man, I got to do some more of that, because let me tell you how nice it is fighting some Valkyries on that with the.
I can imagine
oh
what that
man.
game looks like.
Real nice. And I did a little bit of Crash. I don't even know why. I was just kind of real
That's
smoke.
classic.
We were doing the smoking room when it wasn't the smoking room that day, Chad. That's what was going on. I was just like, hey, man, I want to play some Crash. I was just excited. I had PS5, and I was just like, I want to try all these games out. And, yeah, man, it was crazy. But my biggest thing, I guess I'll say, to kick off my, like, big, so when I got it, my monitor and shit that I'm playing on right now, and my chat knows this, but for any new listeners, viewers, it's not that great. Like, my monitor right now is actually my TV, and it's not like super new like TV anymore anyways, right? Like, it's not 4K or none of that. So I was like, okay, that'll be the next upgrade. And I said, I want to get the PS5 now, but I'm probably not going to notice the biggest difference, because I've been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla since launch, so we did play it on the PS4 first, and then so I said, okay, I'm going to play Valhalla tonight, and I probably won't see the difference too big on that game, and boy, let me tell you how I was wrong. I booted that shit up on the PS5, and with the, optimized ray tracing, and then the FPS, holy crap, man, it was crazy. Like, the whole first night that we were playing it, like on PS5, it was like,
Right.
even after, I was just like, whoa, like blown away. Just it looked so much better. It was just crazy.
I tell everybody to invest. Like, I mean, if you can't afford it right now, just wait. But like, it's night and day difference between the 4 and the 5. Night and day.
You noticed it, and those load times. Whew. The load times and download times. Because I downloaded all of Assassin's Creed Valhalla in 18 minutes, full game.
Yeah. It's the solid state makes a big difference as well.
I wish there was a little more room on there. We're gonna see how that works out, but hopefully probably what will happen is we'll get kind of the scam of like what Xbox did, where it'll be a PlayStation external solid state, whatever, that keeps up with it. But it is what it is for now. But at the moment, man, I'm enjoying it, and that controller. Should we get into the controller next?
Oh my god!
Or you want?
Hold on, I have mine right here. Like, I gotta show this thing.
Oh yeah.
Just because this thing right here, chat. Oh my god, this they revolutionized the game with this controller.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, just the haptic feedback is just it's out of this world. Like they were they it just I don't know who engineered or thought about creating a controller that you can feel the vibrations when you're playing the game. So in Miles Morales per se, when you're web swinging, you can feel when he's web swinging, or when he was on the what do you call it, the railroad tracks.
Yeah,
you can feel that as well.
That's crazy. Yeah, that I want to try that one out so bad, because I seen you saying that on your stream, just how good that one was with the controller, and even like I noticed like the smoothness with the graphics and stuff like that. Let's we'll duel that. I'll go into the controller chapter. But how was Spider-Man? How you liking that so far? Because like I said, Assassin's Creed for me. Anybody wondering out there? It's fucking amazing. It might be the best one so far for Assassin's Creed. So how you feel on Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, it's really a really good, even though it's a small story, because people don't know, it's about 7 hours long, so it's not really a big game, per se, but the amount of storyline they put in that game, it's crazy. It's good. They put emphasis on the outfits. Now a lot of I don't know if you follow it, but the one thing that Miles Morales is not doing in this game is wearing his signature Jordans. He's not wearing the Jordans in this game. He's wearing Adidas.
Oh, what?
And they partner with Adidas, and so they actually bought the Adidas out on a couple days ago. They went live so people can actually buy those Adidas that he's wearing in the game.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
But the game overall so far is good. Storyline is good. It's you couldn't you it could be its own standalone game for real. Like if it wasn't like a branch off of of course the original Spider-Man.
I'm kind of
But
surprised they didn't just put the extra time into it, because I noticed too. Like I was watching it, I was watching you
yep,
play it. I watched the XUC play it a bit, and I just saw like even kind of not so dissimilar to Valhalla. Like even just the side quests had so much like storyline and stuff like
yes,
that. And I'm like, I seen
yes,
the one where he finds the cat. He's got the cat
yep,
in the backpack and shit like that.
yep.
That was cool as hell. And even XUC when he's playing, he's like, this is the best quest so far. This is
It
awesome.
is.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they did it. I mean, they did a lot of good, innovative things with Miles Morales. So I'm just waiting to see what they're going to do um, with Part Two, Spider-Man Part Two. Now that they've had time to work on Miles Morales and get that polished, but then I mean, there's so much they can do when it comes to Spider-Man, and
Yeah.
just seeing what they did with Miles Morales, it's just going to be immense, especially with with the controller now. It's crazy.
Did you get the full, like the extended remake or whatever? Like,
Yeah, I got the extended remake.
so have you played any of the original one? Like,
I
with
haven't played
Oh.
the original one just yet. Like I haven't gotten like I wanted to get Miles Morales out the way, then
Yeah.
go back and touch on the Spider-Man to see what all they did.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get that because it's only like $20 more and you get both, right, or something like that. It's like for the deluxe edition, and
It's $69.99.
yeah, yeah. So I think I'm gonna do that too, and just maybe start from the beginning and end
Yep,
on stream.
and
But
then and then work their way through. Yeah,
yeah, but we got some time before that because, as I said, I'm hooked on Valhalla, and I didn't know you were playing it. Sounds like you're
yeah. I played off stream, but yeah, I picked it up. I was like, well, this is because a lot of people, I don't know, I've said it many times, like
Yeah.
the old school Call of Duties, the Eagle sound, I couldn't play because it triggered my PTSD in a sense.
Ah.
So this one has the Raven sound, which I was like, I'm excited, so I was like, I can actually play an
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed.
that's yeah.
So that's lit.
And you're
It's
enjoying
lit.
it, eh?
Yes, yes, I just
It's
just the
crazy.
amount of graphics and just
Oh,
how big the storyline is crazy.
the colors, man. The colors, like
Yes,
in England when you're running around, especially like it's like
yes,
fall and summer, and I'm just like, man, this game is so beautiful. And the water, dude. Every time
yes,
I've always had this weird thing with like as graphics has advanced, I find some of the spots you notice it the most is water. Because back in the day, they used to say that for a lot of games, water was like the hardest thing. Like I remember the first time that it was like really crazy. I think it was like GTA 4 on the
yeah,
PS3. The water was just like, holy shit, right?
yes,
And then just
100%.
now it's like, holy fuck, especially on the PS5 with the ray tracing, or
Ray
I'm
tracing,
sure
yeah,
on PC with the even better graphics cards, it's even more insane. Like
yeah,
you're swimming through the river and you look up, and the way the reflection it's reflecting through the water is just nuts. Yeah, the controller is crazy, and I'm sure you tried, as I did, the Astros Playroom. For those of you who don't know, it's a game that comes
yep,
actually installed on the PS5 when you buy it.
yep,
It's kind of like a reboot, remake, or sequel, whatever, to kind of the game that came with the PSVR to like introduce you to that. And the function of this game mostly was kind of to work out the controller and show you the potential that the controller has. Because like even like for me, my first play Assassin's Creed, like I seen a trailer where they're talking about in I think it's the new Horizon. They have the like spring-loaded triggers optimized
yep,
for the bow for that, but they didn't
yep,
quite do that for Assassin's Creed. Although I will say it does feel way different. Like it's almost like when you're shooting the bow, it's almost like the whole controller's like tensed up. Because I noticed like when you've got it fully pulled, like you can't aim for crap after that, right? Which is kind
yeah,
of true. Like if anybody's actually shot a bow in real life, like not everybody's like legless. Like you've got it pulled and you're still just like Hawkeye. It don't work like that,
right,
unless you're really really experienced maybe. But yeah, the Astros Playroom, man. Like I didn't play all of it, but what I played of it so far, holy crap! Like there was literally one where you got to blow into the controller to get the peller to spin and shit. Like it's just
yeah,
not that that's super practical in a lot of games, but just shows you the potential of the technology of where it's at and where it can go.
yep, yep. I agree. They just I don't know. I don't think that's one thing because I have a few friends that had the Xbox, and I know there's a couple of features that on the Xbox side of things that I really like, but they have nothing. Xbox has nothing on the controller, man. Nothing on the controller.
And usually it's the other way around, because
Right,
usually Sony's controllers are pretty ass in my
right.
opinion. This is the first one I was ever excited for, and yeah, no, they nailed it. Now The only complaint I got, and I think a lot of people agree, is it's a little too much white.
Yeah, I think they should have brought a variation out because it's gonna get dirty really quick. And if you're one of those people, like if
Like
you play a
me.
lot, and I'm like that when it comes to my technology, I don't like it to be looking dirty or anything. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well,
Um,
like me, I gotta try and keep the resin stains and all that. Yeah,
right,
it's
right.
bad though. But it's just anything too, right? Like it don't take long. But
It doesn't.
I love the little Easter egg of for those of you who don't know, chat, if you take like a microscope and you look at like the grip feels so nice because it's
It
not
does.
it's weird. It almost feels like there's no grip, but it's still like strong. But if you look,
Right.
you'll never see it on this camera, I'm sure. You need like a microscope, but if you look deep down in there, the grip is actually all little squares, triangles, circles, and
Circles.
X's. Yeah.
Yep. It is, and people don't realize it.
But man, it gets
People don't
dirty. Oh,
realize
look,
it.
like yeah, when I'm looking down now, like in the back of my paddle, like in the
It's all dirty.
oh yeah, it's bad.
It's dirty,
It's bad.
and I haven't even played it that much.
Oh man. Um, but yeah, the controllers are not, especially the spring loaded triggers, man. Like
Yes.
when they start adapting that into more games, I've never actually been as excited as I am right now to try some racing games because I bet that's gonna feel pretty crazy. Have you tried any racing games yet?
I have not yet.
No.
I want to try it though, because that's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah. No, you've been playing lots of the COD, which I wanted to get for launch, but just
Yeah.
the system itself kind of soaked me up. Tell me about the guns and the triggers. How's that? I heard that's pretty
I
insane.
played COD on PC, unfortunately. I didn't
Oh,
want to. I cannot. I'm not a. When it comes to first-person shooters and me, I cannot do it on a controller. I
Oh,
am not
really?
good at all on controller. I've been always, conditioned for keyboard and mouse.
oh, okay.
So, yeah. But what else did I get? I got Demon Souls on which is really really good. They did a really good job on Demon Souls.
I heard
I
that.
particularly got it for my little brother so he can play it. But I might play it on stream one day because I've never played Demon Souls at any of them. So
Ah,
it'd be a new experience for me.
that'd be
But when I was
good.
looking at it, they did a really good job on
Mhm.
just upgrading graphics.
Yeah, no, I've been when it came out. That's basically what I've been watching on Twitch for the last 2 weeks because I love it. I can't wait to play it. I'm gonna be getting that to play on stream here very soon, and I
Okay.
know from what I've heard, and I watched the moistest man on the internet, Moist Critical's moist meter on it, and he talked about how it affected the controller and the effects it had, and it was really cool. What's
That's
going on,
cool.
guy? Welcome, welcome. We're just kind of giving our weekend review here of the next gen gaming, the new systems, PS5, and what's to come, right? So, welcome, Carl. Thanks for the follow. Or Callie, sorry, Callie Gerlinia.
Oh, that's Cali Girl. She comes from my stream.
Oh,
Cali
okay.
Girl in here.
Callie girl. Okay, in here. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, man. Honestly, so far, now, as he said, like guys, don't kill yourselves to try and get it. If you don't got the money or whatever. Like, because I stream and stuff like that, and because I'm just like obsessive compulsive when I get something in my head, like I gotta get that, I gotta get it. So you don't have to be like us. Now, it is great. I'm loving it, but it's only gonna get better. That's my opinion.
It
So
is.
you're not missing out a whole lot yet.
No, but there's a cool feature. There's a couple cool features that I don't think a lot of people know about. And me and one of my mods, like I said, he got one too. So you can share screens on the PS5. So, for instance, if Dirty Wolf, you were playing Assassin's Creed, and I was playing Assassin's Creed, and I'm stuck at a part, and I need your help that you passed, I can actually share my screen with you, and you can walk me through how to do it, or I can just give you controls. PlayStation 4 had this option as well, as far as giving you access or the ability to take over the controller
Yeah.
and play it from your end. So we did it where I was playing Spider-Man, and he was playing Spider-Man. He was like, "I'm gonna give you access to my Spider-Man." So I was playing his game while he
Uh,
was watching it. So there's cool things that they did with it, especially that screen sharing part. Especially when you got
Yeah.
someone who wants to watch you play, per se, or just you can do screen and screen. So I was watching him play, and he was watching me play as we were playing our respective games.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, so they did have that on PS4, but it was really like janky and kind of glitchy.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's smoothed out
It's
quite a bit.
so much better now.
Nice.
So much better.
That's really cool, actually. I haven't tested that. small feature like on the side that I tested out that I can speak on. Although that is really cool. Yes. Yeah. So for you guys out there, like I did try that a few times in the past with my boys, and if you don't have good internet, like for on the PS4 wise, it just did not go. But I could see that being smoothed out because the other feature that was it worked moderately better maybe than that feature on the PS4, but still kind of glitchy in comparison to how it works on the PS5 is the share button. Oh man, I have tested out. Have you tested out like making any clips or anything like that on here?
Not. That's the one thing I haven't done yet.
Oh, dude, let me tell you how smooth that is. It is really nice. So you've got your share button up here, which the PS4 had it too, but just the way that it functions and works. If you're a regular viewer of mine, you've possibly seen us go through it on the stream. And actually, like yesterday, for instance, I showed some clips because I'm always worried about like a game that I'm playing on stream. That if I play it on stream, like, oh, I did something crazy, which kind of happened to me last week in Assassin's Creed. And I shared it on there quick. So then when we went on stream, I just went into my gallery and showed everybody what happened.
Okay, that's cool. I have to try that.
And let me tell you how much better the rendering quality was, because that was the other issue on PS4. You could do it, but the quality was really bad. If anybody's like wondering, like if you watch some of my first YouTube videos, they're videos that I made off the PS4. And, you know, like it is what it is. It's what I had at the time, and it helped me get a little experience and some skill. And a couple of them aren't too bad, but the rendering quality is way down. It degrades the quality big time. But
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, man.
That's one thing I haven't done.
It's very smooth and it's very easy to operate because you click it, you get multiple options like take a screenshot, start recording, or you can be like record a clip of like what you've just played, and then but before you do that, it'll pop up like how long did you want to do this? Last 10 seconds, last 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds. I forget how high it goes up to, but there's quite a few options. It's very easy to use, very user friendly, which is really, really cool. I'm still getting used to the UI a bit. I like the UI. I do think altogether how the UI works is better. It's just hard to kind of get used to because it's way simpler than the PS4. But the PS4 would kind of, you'd be double tapping and get all this shit, but you just got so used to it that when you pick this one up at first, you're like, oh, what the hell? It's weird. It's kind of, it's almost a little bit backwards how the PS4's was, but I can tell that when you get used to it, it's way smoother and way more efficient, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. The only thing I miss in the UI, and I think they should go ahead and get ready to add, is I like the themes, the dynamic themes. That you can't do that in the PlayStation 5. I miss that. The customized themes. So I would love to have seen them do like a custom Miles Morales thing for the UI.
Yeah,
so you can't do it.
There's no widgets for it?
Nope.
I'm sure there will be. That's probably something it'll probably be a software update to come or something. Yeah, that's a little strange. I didn't know that. I thought that there was, because I know like some games when you get like the Ultimate Edition or whatever, it comes with like theme packs and stuff like that.
Unfortunately not. I was like, oh man, that's like you said. I mean, they have this is being the first system in a while. Yeah, they got some time to build up for it, you know. And of course, the next system that they'll bring out will probably be a smaller version of what they have out, and they'll knock out some of the kinks that came with, you know, the current system. But they got room to grow, so I'm not mad. You know, I'm patient. The system's good enough, so I'm good.
Yeah, for sure. I don't mind the size for like what it does, right? Like, I think that when it comes to them making the slim of this one, that's the one I'm gonna be scared of getting at first, because notoriously day one systems usually gotta be out. Like, I was kind of nervous. I usually never get a system on day one because you know, you're running a risk of getting those like tester ones. I think that these have actually been finished for a lot longer than usual and tested a lot more. I think they wanted to have, you know, this is the next gen of gaming, let's have it come out nice and smooth, right?
That's right.
And I think for the most part, I actually haven't like Googled. I try to stay away from like, are people's busting down? But I have had no issues so far.
I'm not.
And so then, as I said before, I tested some games out from the PlayStation Plus collection For those of you who don't know what that is, that comes
Uh,
also on your PS5. It sounds like Soul wasn't so impressed with the PlayStation
No,
collection.
no, no. I love the fact that they're getting into that. Like Xbox. That's one thing that Xbox does really well with their membership. Like
Yeah, oh yeah.
you can play their older games, but now that PlayStation's starting to do it, I cannot wait to see what games they offer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Uh, that they're going to bring in. Like for instance, I know right now in there is God of War.
yeah.
And I know that I need to go back and finish God of War. So now I can just go ahead and download it. So there's a couple of games that I want to play that's sitting there. And like, man, like I've always wanted to play it, but I just didn't want to go out and buy it. So now, it introduces this system where you don't have to. It's all digital. So now you can just download these games and be able to play them.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely really nice. And for those of you, if you don't know really like what we're talking about, like you did, like for those of you on PS4, you're like, wait, Lord of the Rings, Hollow Knight, because those were free games of the month. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
those plus we got, I think it was 15 or something other games.
Yeah,
It's
right.
not quite
Yeah,
as many as I thought it would be, but they're all really good ones. But when I'm like you said, it's mostly like the greatest hits of PS4. So it was the God of
right.
War, Infamous 2 is on there, Persona 5. Um, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 with the Zombies Chronicles, because like I said, I'm playing that one. Days Gone, which I downloaded. I want to play that. I never played
Oh
that yet.
yes. Oh, so Days Gone. Apparently, they've done a buff to this
Oh,
to the graphics because everybody was at most it was mediocre on the PlayStation 4. Everybody was like, it's a crap game. No one likes it. But if you install it now, they overhauled the graphics on it and made it look immensely better. So now I'm ready to play it.
yeah, I heard good things about it, to be honest, but never like when we were talking. People I heard good things about just were talking about like the gameplay, not necessarily graphically or anything. Which
Right,
I'll say too. Actually, when I did see it, like not that the graphics necessarily were bad, but they weren't like trying to push any limits or nothing. That's for sure.
right.
They're just like you said, mediocre PS4 graphics. But yeah, I think it looks interesting. I'm kind of like like there was a big zombie craze and hype back, like when the Nazi zombies first came out on World at War, and I was into it then. I kind of got zombied out, but that's one that like I do think looks pretty good, and I am really hyped to play the zombies in the new Cold War when I get that shit, because man, that looks good. I think.
Yeah, I haven't even seen because there's the one that's exclusive. I guess there's zombie mode that's exclusive just to the PlayStation. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it yet. I need to actually look that up.
I don't know if it's out yet because I haven't seen that one yet either. But what that one is, from my understanding, was that's the zombie assault. I'm pretty sure it's called, and basically that was just gonna be it was 2-player co-op missions, like on
Right.
every one of the multiplayer maps, so all the maps that you can play on just regular multiplayer, but with zombie waves. So it'll be like me and you on Miami or whatever that one's called,
Right.
facing waves of zombies, which I do think sounds like pretty awesome, right? Because there's some
That
maps
is
that are
awesome.
pretty cool, right? And
That is
especially if
awesome.
you're a person like there is some people that only buy the games for zombies.
For
That's
zombies,
that's
yeah.
their favorite feature. So I do think like there was some where the zombies just got a bit too much for me, and I was just kind of like over it.
Right.
But I do think this one looks pretty dang good, and
Yep.
I also got that Zombies Chronicles now, so I can play the old classic ones. So, hey, chat, any viewers out there, if you're good at Kino der Toten, the theater one, and if you play it the right way, hit me up. I'm down to play some of that shit. Uh,
um. So the one thing I wish that the PlayStation did do that the Xbox does currently on their next gen
okay.
is that I don't know if you've seen that feature that Xbox has where if you like say for instance you're playing a game and you want to start another game, you can go instantly into that other game, and
Mhm.
if you want to go back to the game that you're playing, you can instantly go back to that game. So there's no,
You can
it's all seamless.
just leave it on hold, kind of, basically.
Yes, yeah, it's all seamless.
Yeah, see, I
That's
didn't
the
know
one
about
thing.
that, but I heard you talking about it on your podcast, and yeah,
Yeah,
damn, that is pretty cool, I think.
if if PlayStation had added that, I mean, although don't get me wrong, PlayStation's done enough
Mm.
because if you've seen what the Xbox has done, there's not really any games that are out for the Xbox right now,
No.
which made their launch pretty rough. I mean, the whole process as a whole for both systems was pretty rough. Getting the system,
Mhm.
um, and then of course now trying to get the system is still pretty rough. But as far as games with the Xbox, all you're doing is essentially upgrading your Xbox One right now, because there's not really any third party or new launch titles that were out there that were like, I gotta get it, until like the Halos come out and State of Decays and things like that.
Yeah.
Whereas PlayStation, we Demon Souls, you had Miles Morales, you had you still got what you call it, Horizon Zero Dawn on the way. There's some games that are
Oh
coming
yeah.
out that are right down the road that are all exclusive to PlayStation. So you kind of, you win on that front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's and I think too with like Demon Souls, like you said, like that one has been so big, just like everywhere, right? YouTube, Twitch, everyone. It's just like it's a classic, and people love the Souls games. And this one too, it's just like with the multiplayer and how stuff works in it. Like I don't know if they've opened it yet, but I know last week they were talking about like there's this door in game that everybody has to like collect these coins like together to open, and they still hadn't opened it, and nobody knows what's behind it. It's just it's pretty crazy, right? Like and that's only on PlayStation, right? You can only
Right.
get that. So it's pretty cool how like the Xbox, it looks really cool and they got some good features, but it's just it's it's so hard, I think, like when they offer a lot of that on the PC. Like mind
Yeah.
you, I will say like I got the Game Pass on PC, and I
Right.
know there's certain games that I can't get that you can only get on the system at the moment, but I think pretty soon it's going to be almost seamless, right?
Right. There's
And
just no.
the technology coming out for PC, if mind you, don't get me wrong, if you've been a console Andy your whole life and you don't want to fork out, almost $2,000 for a crazy PC, then
Right.
go with the Xbox, because like you said, it does have a lot of really nice features. I'm pretty sure the load times on it, some people say they're almost quicker, which I don't know. I think it's the either way, it's still a pretty good built system in
Right.
comparison. It's just with the exclusives that are coming out for PlayStation, like the only exclusives I can think that would interest me that on the Xbox would be Halo a little bit when it comes out of ever.
Never come out.
Gears 6, but
Okay.
that's another one that like we haven't heard anything about, so I think
Right.
they'll wait a bit on that. And again, they put Gears 5 day one when it came out was on the PC Game Pass, so I'll just play it there.
Yeah. Play it there.
Mm-hmm. And Fable, which I don't even
Okay.
know when that's going to come out. It's just rumored or whatever.
Or-
Not rumored.
rumored,
I think that was confirmed that they're making it, but they don't. There was no gameplay or nothing yet, so
Nothing for it.
it's still a ways in development.
Yeah. The only game I'm really interested in is State of Decay. That's always been a
Yeah.
fun game to me.
But they have the second one on Game Pass for PC, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that one will just
They-
go up day one as well.
They're gonna put it on PC as well. That's just me.
Yeah.
I'm just playing on PC. I'm not getting an Xbox. Right?
Yeah. Now, have you heard of? Do you know anybody that got the S, the Xbox Series S? And for those that don't know it, the S was a smaller, supposed to be more affordable unit in comparison to the Xbox Series X.
No, I don't
No.
know anybody. I personally know. I don't know anybody that got the. S.
Yeah,
Everybody that has
I
the
meant to
Series
look
X.
up more reviews before today, but just like I said, it's been a crazy week and we're a little underprepared. But I did see one little one where the person said they were happy with it. Now the thing with the S is it has the capabilities to do the 4K, it has the capabilities to do the 60 frames per second for sure, but it doesn't have the capability to do both at the same time.
No, it doesn't. You had to pick one or the other.
Yeah.
And so essentially, it's a PlayStation Pro.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is.
Now, if you're kind of, some moderate gamers and stuff like that, they don't really, they're not going to care so much about having both. Or like in the case of me right now, I don't even have a 4K TV, so I could easily just put on the 60 frames per second,
call it a day.
play it on 1080p, and I'm good, right? So, and I will say, in America anyways, the price point on it is really good.
It is.
Canadian, it's kind of, I think in Canadian, if you're going to get it, you might as well bump the extra $200 or whatever up. I don't even think it's a whole 200, the extra, but, and get
Just
the,
big one.
full one, yeah.
Right.
But the other one I'd like to talk about, so you played COD on the PC. Now, do you have the ray tracing like graphic card on your PC?
Yeah, I have the 2070.
Okay, so how was that so far? How's that looking like in comparison, let's say, to the last one? Or
It looks really good. I think they did a really good job capturing the old, because the old school esque feel of the Cold War.
yeah.
And then the weapons, of course, align with that. So I think they, and I'm just interested to see what they're going to do with Warzone next month, because that's next month is when they all integrated together.
Mm-hmm.
So both Modern Warfare and Cold War in Verdansk, and there's been screenshots of the upgrades to Verdansk. So the Gulag is now not just that big castle-looking jail; it's actually a jail that would like look old school.
Okay.
It's
So they're
a
not
really good game.
they're not going to do a new map. They're just upgrading off of this one. I
Yeah,
haven't been following
just,
it as much.
yeah, they're just going to kind of merge elements of Call of Duty, I guess, Warzone.
Yeah.
I mean, Modern Warfare and Black Ops.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I'm just interested to see how they're going, because it's going to run the Modern Warfare engine though, which is going to be interesting.
Okay. Have you played the campaign at all? Because that's, for me, some people will lull, but some of the COD campaigns are really good, and
Yep.
the one in particular was Black Ops, and they tried to, from what I saw, capture that essence again in this one. How are you liking that so far?
Not bad. I
Thanks
played
for
only a
following
few
us.
missions. It's not too bad at all. The storyline's really good. And if people don't know, about anything of these last two Call of Duties, you kind of got to play the storyline if you want to open up some of the operators or some of the things that you can do in the game. So
Yeah.
I would implore you to play it. It's a good storyline though. Really good storyline so far.
Yeah, from what I've seen, it looks great. I've tried to keep away from the spoilers, because that's one of the things that when we get the game, we'll be streaming. Like, I'll be doing the full playthrough of that. We always do. We did
Okay.
that on the last Modern Warfare. I don't know. I just always really liked the campaigns on, especially the good ones at least. Like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, World at War, all that shit. Like, the campaigns were really fun. So
Right.
definitely excited for this one. Thanks for the follows, guys, and welcome. We're just kind of going over the new gen of gaming here, and PS5 and PC, all that good stuff. So, yeah. So tell us now, the one that there was a lot of hype behind. It's been a game that's been in the works for a while.
Yeah.
The reviews are kind of not super hot on it.
No.
I'll admit, from what I've seen, I think it does look very fun. I think that it looks like a party game, though,
Right.
big time. Tell us about Godfall.
I was so hyped behind Godfall because it looks amazing. The game, the graphics, it looks amazing.
Yeah,
If you want to play a hack and slash, by all means, you know what I'm saying? This is your game. Especially if you like Destiny-esque type games, because that's what I kind of, that's what it emulates.
yeah,
Essentially, you get your armor, you have your different weapons, you can scrap the weapons, you have your different rarity levels as always. So it's not bad, it's not bad. Will it hold your interest if you don't like those games? No, it will not. But I play it here and there, and so the storyline it's a legit storyline. But my fear, like every other game like this, Marvel, Destiny, what happens when you get to the end game? Because I haven't gotten there yet. And then once you get to that end game, what's there? Not a lot of games like WoW can do it.
Yeah.
And WoW being the biggest MMORPG, but you got big raids and stuff like that. You have stuff to do in the meanwhile while you're not once you get to end game. These games like Destiny and I guess Godfall now and Marvel Avengers, once you get to that end game, everything gets kind of repetitive. And so hopefully they can, build in something that you can do in game that doesn't, seem repetitive, or you're doing the same missions over and over again.
yeah.
So that's where I think they need to, think ahead with Godfall. I haven't played multiplayer yet, so I like to see when in that aspect, if you got a crew, how's it feel then?
I do think it looks really good. I'd like to play it, especially if I have a crew. Unfortunately, they don't have cross-platform yet between PlayStation and PC, which is kind of
Right.
shit, because I was hoping me and Soul could play it together. But
Right.
hopefully, maybe by the time I get it, they will. But the thing that kind of annoyed me most with it too, especially like at launch, like I get, it's PS5. We're in the next gen. There's gonna be a hike in price on games. It's happened every gen. I remember when it was like PS2 jumping to PS3, games going up like $10-$20. PS3 to PS4, games went up again. And we're on PS5, and people are acting all surprised. Well, no, of course, stuff's gonna go up. It sucks, but.
Right.
That's the way it's at. I think we were kind of hoping because the price had hit such a high point, it was just gonna kind of level out there. But but the issue is like even some of them. So in Canada, anyways, it would be the brand new one would be $79, right? But now PS5 going up to $89. Okay, but Godfall for some reason. It's like 98 or something, 93 or so. It's more, right?
Right.
And I get, like they're trying to make it this big launch title and everything like that. But I also think when it's like something that's new and you've got nothing behind it, like a bit of hype, but not that much hype, you gotta. If anything, if they were smart, they would have offered it at the same price as PS4, like the 79 range.
Yes.
And I think it would have sold much better.
I think they could have did a lot better job. Like, if you know your game is coming and you want to push it out and have it receive better, you should have put it in the hands of the streamers a little bit earlier. Although I know it's
that could be as well.
PlayStation 5, you could have just at least put like the PC version out there so people can get interest.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow.
So, almost. Let's say almost.
Nah, man. That the 3DS had it was like quad core or even well above its time. So the graphics on the 3DS have nothing compared to that of the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I don't think anything will ever beat when you play Ocarina of Time, and there's like one cutscene in the beginning and the stars come out of the screen. That shit's crazy.
Crazy.
Actually, no cap. I do think that part was pretty crazy, but
it was crazy. Actually.
But the PS5, the graphics and the speed that they're going for now, it's a whole different thing. Everything's so fluent that you're not dropping frames. You're not you're watching a fucking movie. Like
it is.
Assassin's Creed, especially because. It's not I can't wait to see a game like Godfall where Godfall's different. Like Godfall's not trying to look realistic. Like it is, but it isn't, right? Because it's like fantasy. Which even though Valhalla's fantasy, but they're trying to go for that realistic look. And man, now the one I can't wait for is next month, baby. And fingers crossed, cross your balls, cross everything you got. Cyberpunk 2077.
We'll see if it's actually going to come out. There's so much hype behind it. They're still pushing out so many commercials for it, and it's still not here yet.
The last one that came out is the last one, and that's what I'm hoping gives me faith. So this week we had the Night City News. It was a 30-minute long Night City News chat, and they dropped their full nut on this one. I'm talking they had like a 15-minute long Keanu Reeves segment, which was awesome because, anybody that's been in this stream before knows that Keanu Reeves is Jesus, basically. No, but he's the guy. Everybody, you just gotta love that guy. Like, I don't know how anybody could not just love that man. He's just the coolest dude on earth. Right. In The Big Lebowski, the dude, he's like that, but even cooler. Right. And so I don't know, and they said this is the last Night City News and yada yada. So I'm really hoping, I'm really thinking this is it, December 10th. And man, I gotta say though too, I will agree, my expectations are so high, which I shouldn't do because that's how you let yourself down for failure. But
it is. But after the hype, your expectations have to be high for this game. After so much media hype for this game, they put Keanu behind it. The game, your expectation levels are really high. I'm not if it sucks, then I want to be disappointed because at this point we've been waiting for it for so long, for it to get pushed back so many times. You better have a great launch.
9 years. 9 years this game's been in development. And which that's why the pushbacks I don't mind so much if you're pushing it back to make sure the game is, because honestly, and this is the worst expectation you should ever have for a game, a movie, or anything, because you're just you're just building yourself up for a letdown. Is because my expectation right now, like I'm so hyped that I am honestly convinced this will be the best game ever made. That's which is terrible because I'm just giving myself so much room to be let down. Clomp, my man, thank you for the bits. He just says smoking room hype. Thank you.
Bruh.
We're just we're kind of nearing the end of the PS5 talk here, and I got a couple of things we're gonna touch on real quick, but yeah, man, welcome. But yeah, man, honestly, Cyberpunk, like, yeah, at this point I'm convinced it's gonna be the best game ever made, and I shouldn't be, but oh man,
I hope
that
because I'm getting it. So
oh yeah, but here's the thing, I want to pre-order it, but because my money is tight, I'm waiting till like. Here's the thing: if you get it like 2 days before, they're not gonna like. I feel like if it's gonna get delayed again, it'll be like the week before.
yeah, most definitely. That I give them credit for. They're not waiting to the last minute to delay it when they are delaying it.
Mm-hmm. Although I think one they did. I think the March one they did.
Oh yeah, they did. They did do it for the March one.
Yeah,
they did.
that was
I
pretty
forgot
rough.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna get that. That was gonna be my premiere game of like I streamed on Twitch a little bit before that, but like no cam really, like off the PlayStation. And then I got my PC and my cam and everything set up, and that was gonna be like my big game. And then instead it was Doom Eternal, which I got my ass blasted at because that game is hard.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
That's one I gotta try on the PS5.
True. Now with the upgraded graphics.
Oh, the frame rate.
Yeah.
And they got a DLC out for it.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. So but yeah, man, I'm super hyped for that, and just the potential I think of that's what somebody said that on Twitter. I couldn't agree more with. We talking about bug snacks? No, we are not talking about bug snacks. Like we were saying with Miles Morales and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, how crazy good it looks already. The potential of like how crazy this shit's gonna be in like 2 to 3 years, I think, is just absolutely insane.
Yeah, I agree. It's just gonna be interesting because now like you still got PlayStation VR, which I know at this point they have room to grow now with it if they're gonna push back into that, and now with the controller. Oh my god!
I really think that they are. I've heard some people say that they aren't, but they have Hitman coming out on VR. Yeah. What's that, like February or something, or maybe even before that? I can't remember. It's pretty soon. Which I've been thinking about getting the PSVR again, but the price is still not gone down.
No.
No. And then they're going to be doing something with like redoing Far Cry 3, which is one of the best ones on VR. Like that'd Far Cry 3 VR, yeah. So I don't know, and they did the Star Wars Rogue
Squadron.
Yeah, that's all. You can play the whole game on PSVR. So, that's why I was gonna get that game at launch. Then I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty disappointed with it. Except for I feel like if you played it in VR, it's an epic game.
Yeah, that would be way better in VR.
If you're playing it just on controller, it get kind of boring quick because the ships are pretty slow in comparison to when you do a ship battle in Battlefront 2. Like you can get going fast in that shit, you know. In this game, unless you like literally spec the one like ship that's like the fastest ship, they seem pretty slow in my opinion. But
Bug snacks.
I know I don't know what their obsession with this game is. I looked it up, and it's really slow game, and it's really cartoony, and we might try the speed run, but it's just like, you know. But that's man. This is Twitch, you know. They could watch me be a Viking, do raids, smash shit. Basically, like if you've ever watched the show Vikings, it's almost like the sequel series to that. But no, they want to watch me be a bug that catches weenie worms and feeds them to people or some shit.
Chat, what is your obsession with bug snacks? I got to know as we're talking about this. I like to see this in chat because I'm kind of curious.
I honestly couldn't tell you. Ever since I got it, I'll turn on AC Valhalla, and people that don't even usually like watch that much pop online just to go play Bug Snacks?
I don't understand it.
I think they have a secret group chat, literally just probably called Bug Snacks.
And then just watch people play Bug Snacks. Okay.
Yeah. Kota says
Game of the year? Okay.
I don't know about that one.
Hey, I mean, you have...
It only got a 8.5 on the voice meter.
See, that's not good then.
Yeah.
Listen, now I'm curious to see how many people are actually playing this game.
I can tell you right now on Twitch, the viewership for it was really high for 3 days, and now it's dead.
Yeah, of course. Everybody, I mean...
Because there was a speed run, that's why.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's not even nowhere.
When I saw it last night, it was like 500 viewers.
Yeah, it's really low right now.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me just type it in. Bug Snacks.
Maybe it's big on YouTube.
Maybe. Right now it only has 6.1 viewers right now.
Okay.
Yeah, 6.1. Yeah, and it's only because there's one guy. It's one guy who's Italian that's playing it. He has 4.1K.
Okay, yeah, there you go. That sounds more accurate.
Yeah.
But so I wanted to branch off that and just say, so there's a lot of hype with the spotlight seems to be on the PS5, but there is those out there that are hyped with their Xbox. And hey, man, I say cheers to you. Cheers. Hope you're happy with your system. It's all about just being happy next gen of gaming. Let's rock out, right? I don't really give a shit about like mine's better than yours. But my point I wanted to get into is Nintendo.
Oh boy.
Nintendo just chilling here in the background. They don't release shit. And they go, okay, we got a dope new game coming out, which I was very excited for. Yes. And I am still very excited for. Yes. And I will end up streaming it. But boy, am I glad I did not stream it day one, Chad, because if you didn't hear, few creators, very unlucky, they get the new Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, day one. I didn't even, from my understanding, think that it was really early. I thought it was the global release time.
Well, they got it before their region got it.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yes, they got it from a different region.
Because I know one guy though. The one guy claimed that he got it just in his region and everything because he played the hard copy.
Right.
But then again, I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Anyways, these guys were on it. Age of Calamity day one. People not only on Twitch but on YouTube. DMCA strike instantly, and a few of them banned instantly. I don't know if their bans will get overruled. One of them being Reversal. I remember him. If we got any Pokemon Goers in the chat, he's very big from the Pokemon Go community, and then for streaming Pokemon Sword and Shield as well. He got the Twitch ban hammer while he was playing, and a lot of other people, which just kind of a little crazy from Nintendo. If some of them were early, I guess I get that. To an extent, but maybe even like a email first season to, I don't know. But even then, from my understanding, like how much in advance is this? We're talking like within an hour or two, right?
I mean, and it really didn't matter because the game was still coming out day of. So it's like, what are you losing at this point? If anything, you're getting people even more hyped to play it. The game is really freaking good. Like, it's amazing. Like I have it already, and if you were watching my stream last night, I was playing it. It's crazy how good the game is.
Were you playing it on stream last night?
Yeah, I was playing last night.
Oh, okay, yeah, I want to get it. It's gonna be we'll probably be streaming it after Christmas. Okay, it'll be one of those games. But I have heard nothing but great things. I'm very excited for the story of it. For those that don't know what we're talking about, even though it is kind of a warrior style game. I played the demo and they definitely added in a lot more like other stuff. Like it's beyond just a warrior style game, and the story is the prequel of Breath of the Wild, which I think is awesome too. This whole Breath of the Wild it's going to be like the first Zelda that's like a fluent trilogy, not like different timelines, because we got the prequel, we got the main game, which we all have played and already love, and then we got the sequel coming.
Second one coming out. Yep.
Hopefully next year.
Hopefully. Yes, the storyline, the way they line it up, it's like if you never played Breath of the Wild, even playing Breath of the Wild, it makes me want to go back and play it again. Like playing Hyrule Warriors. Like it's just like, oh my god! Like I remember this part. The map is just it's the same map from, of course, Breath of the Wild, and there's no it's just different because different times, but it's a really clean game so far. Really clean game. Really clean game. You're gonna like it. I assure you, you're gonna like it.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited for that one. And by the time we play it, hopefully all this scare and stuff will blow over. I think for the most part it has. There's a guy that I follow on YouTube he pretty much primarily a Zelda streamer on YouTube, and he's been streaming every day still. So
right.
But because I wanted to compare like Twitch and YouTube with Breath of the Wild. So when I first went on, like he had about like almost like the same amount of viewership as when I was streaming Breath of the Wild, but now he's like a 700 viewer Andy.
Oh wow!
On YouTube with Breath of the Wild and this game, well, I think even more, like over 1K. So yeah, I don't know, new streamers out there. If you don't have that affiliate yet, there's this Restream app. Try it out. That's all I'm gonna say. But not only did Nintendo kick the Zelda streamers in the nuts, most of all, got trending on Twitter this week. #FreeMelee. Now I don't know what the fuck these guys are thinking. hang on. The chat. No. Xbox Series X. Warning. Xbox Series X does not vape, okay? Do not. Okay, listen, you pink-haired, blue-haired, numbnut kids out there. Don't blow your fucking vape into your console. The fact that I even have to say this right now hurts my brain, okay?
That's hilarious.
Oh my god. 100% of demo's trolling. You're trolling, bro. I've seen it. No. Oh my god. It does.
You've seen it? Lit.
What flavor?
Yeah. What flavor? And that's crazy. I still couldn't believe that people put that out there to discredit the system. Like, is it that serious?
Oh my god, I know. Just some people, man. It's probably the same guy that started the Tide Pods. Let's be real.
That's probably, yeah. He's over there munching on Tide Pods for sure.
Yeah. So sorry to get back into that. They shit all Over the Smash Bros. Melee by canceling. They forced a couple big tournaments to cancel with threats of DMCA, I believe, which basically forced everybody to kind of do this. And yeah, people are not happy. Because to start off, let's just say, Melee and Smash Bros. Tournaments. And actually, from what my understanding, it's not even just Melee tournaments. A lot of the Ultimate tournaments have been canceled for the year and possibly even next year. The Smash Bros. Community, the ones that are good and not part of all the bullshit that went down this year, it's a really cool community. Like, they're very tight. It's very, for the most part, like, I don't know. It's just, compared to all the other ones, everything that's funded and everything that happens is kind of funded by the fans and the people that love it. The people that are in that community and competitive are people that genuinely love that game so much, that franchise. It's different in comparison to almost any other esport, because the other big thing is Nintendo gives little to basically no support to anybody that hosts tournaments for their games.
That's facts.
They also force them to run advertisements and other bullshit while not giving them any financial support or compensation. And now they're basically making it so that they can't even host these tournaments on their own as well, which is just so it's absolutely fucked, really. I don't even know. Like, it's kind of, so I can see people's outrage with that. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much you know about that or what you've heard or what you think, but yeah.
I'm reading it right now. So I guess they're because this is an emulated version of Melee. So it's essentially like they're adding. They have the people have the ability to add characters, and I guess because they use Slippy from Star Fox.
Yeah,
Uh,
okay, I read something like that as well.
yeah, they kind of that's why they issued the cease and desist because of their. I need to see how this character plays out because I've never seen you know any other actual characters added to Melee from the emulated version of it. So,
But
but I
that
mean,
that to me though doesn't explain nothing to do with Ultimate, because that wouldn't be an emulated version that they're playing
no,
at all.
no, Ultimate, yeah, Ultimate's good. It's just Melee. It's just the emulated version of Melee, which I think is a. I mean, it's an old game now. Like no one like.
Yeah,
It's
and
not like you're supporting it now anyway. You're pushing more emphasis on what your moneymaker is right now, which is Ultimate. So just allow the people to do what they want to do. It's not like it's just, it's a tournament, bro. Like that's
yeah, I'm trying to find more info on it too, and
it's like
it's
come on, guy. Just I get it. You don't want people to misuse the game and
well, and I think
and
one of the biggest outrages too is the tournament that they shut down for this weekend is all for
yeah,
charity.
charity. Yeah, I was just like, come on, man. It's not even like they're making profit from it. It's
Yeah,
all going to charity.
and
So
I think for the most part, that's the other thing I'd say is a lot of the like Smash community and those tournaments and stuff. A lot of it isn't a lot of profit. Like any profit that is made is used to go back into so that they can have another tournament or another
tournament,
prize pool, right? Because
right?
Nintendo ain't ever paying any of these people. Like people that are trying to become Smash Bros pros, like I've listened about it on podcasts. These are the people that you go to a Smash Bros pro like tournament, and these dudes are 10 people in a hotel room, 2 guys sleeping in the bathtub, 6 people on the floor, 7 people in the
Facts.
bed. Like they don't got no fucking money, dude. They make nothing.
Now
It's
I'm kind of interested to see the Slippy character in this game and see
yeah.
if it's even
So is
how
that
they.
new? They just added that, like maybe for like the tournaments. Whoever makes the emulator, they're like, "Yo, we got to bump the game up a bit." It's been 20 fucking years now, or whatever. Like, when did Melee come out, Chad? It's been a long time, at least
It's been
15 years.
years.
Long time for sure. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's been wild, that's for sure. Um, but yeah, honestly, I think we're kind of getting near the end here. I got 2 more topics. Maybe we'll hit up. And
Okay,
then if you got anything you want to throw in there, or if you want to throw one in now, whatever, go
we
for it.
I got nothing. We can talk about those topics.
All right. So mine would be first one. Let's say let's both give top 3 games we're most pumped for the future here in this next gen. Now that and especially now that we've like seen kind of what these machines can do, what the controller can do.
Right.
What's the most hype? I would almost say maybe excluded of Cyberpunk, because I'm sure that's kind of a mutual all around,
That's
right?
mutual. Yeah, that's all around.
So yeah,
For me, the most hype game that I'm looking forward to next gen on the PlayStation 5 is going to be Horizon. Because I remember playing Horizon and just being blown away
yeah.
just by the storyline and the gameplay and everything. I was legitimately hype about that game. So the next one coming out with the haptic feedback, that's going to be clutch. I just can't wait to see what they're going to do with the controller. Um, I don't know. It's just I think they're going to do an amazing job, especially with the graphics and the way that the landscape looks and the characters and the
And that game's heavily bow focused, so I
it
think
is
they're gonna do
it
some real
is.
cool stuff with the triggers, because there's different, there's the long bow and there's the heavy
Yep.
bow and all that crap. So it's gonna be really interesting.
I'm looking forward to that. Of course, uh, actually, this is one of my. I'm a little old school, but I like Ratchet and Clank, and I think that's going to be really good as well.
Clomp in the
Uh,
chat just said that he posted Resident Evil 8, Elden Ring, and Ratchet and Clank. I know a lot
Ratchet
of
and Clank.
people really hype for Ratchet and Clank.
Yep. Ratchet and Clank is going to be legit, and then of course the next Final Fantasy because I'm always a big Final Fantasy fan,
Nice.
I think that's going to look really really well as well. So, there's just I don't know they have a lot of good games coming out that I'm very interested in to see what they're gonna do with.
Now you can include PC as well because basically, like your PC runs next gen stuff, and
Yes.
if I know you, when you can get your hands on that 3070 or 3080, you're gonna be doing it, or are you gonna go the AMD route? Either way, you're gonna be getting you'll be upgrading when you can. So
Well,
your
again, yeah.
PC is still the next gen of gaming as well, if even more so than the PS5, right? So
Right. The only good next game that I'm looking forward to now that's actually releasing on Tuesday is oh wow.
wow, okay.
I'm a big World of Warcraft fan. A lot of people I don't play it on stream because it's kind of boring.
Yeah, I seen
That's
you. I wouldn't say kind of boring if you're doing
rating.
yeah,
If you're rating, but like everybody on Tuesday to Wednesday will be just doing the grind, the straight level 60 grind. So like Tim the Tap Man and all of them will just be Shadowlands are going to be playing. They're going to be playing it just to grind. And I'm off to Monday, Tuesday, so I'll be right along with them. So I'm just not streaming it though. That's just I don't know. I think it's a podcast at that point. It's a podcast that you're talking to your chat the whole time.
yeah. Hey, why not though? I think that's the thing that I think actually like. I think WoW's kind of underrated for that because you do have like so much downtime that you can literally like, you know, like kind of like Asmongold. Like you could be like grinding, like if it's a boring like grinding part, you can be doing that in the background, but have a YouTube video up on top of your stream and also reacting and talking and shit, right?
Just chilling. Yep.
So I mean, you know, teach their own, but yeah, man. Fuck it. If I was still playing WoW, I'd definitely be streaming it. But that's the thing. My chat don't want to watch me play WoW because I suck at it. So it is boring when I play it. To some extent, I do miss it though because man, like you just some of the shit you run into. I was playing WoW Classic and I ran into this fucking gnome and he kept following me around. And I couldn't really understand him because I was horde. But he would type in a way where you could kind of some of them know how to decode that shit, right? They've been playing a long time. And he's like, me need friend, me come with you. And he kept following me around being a fucking weirdo. And it was so funny. And then finally, I was like trying to get rid of him. And this other guy runs by and then I like pawned him off. He just, oh, me need friend, he said to him. I tried to record it before I streamed and man, it was probably the funniest fucking thing, man.
That's funny.
Yeah. But, yeah, so now the chat's saying they're game of the year. We could do game of the year, but I think I'm gonna wait, chat, because I don't know about Soul yet or anything, but I'm probably gonna do a New Year's Eve stream this year.
Okay.
And I might do a New Year's Eve podcast, so I want to do my game of the year then. I think because I mean the year ain't over yet, and technically Cyberpunk is gonna be a game of this year. So
yeah, Cyberpunk's coming out, and we get to actually see. What it's gonna be about.
I can't even talk about it because every time I do, I start getting like like I was stoked for Valhalla and I'm impressed and everything. I'm satiated with it, but now this is the next one and this is big.
Hit. It's gotta hit.
It's gotta hit. You're right.
It can't fail with the amount of money they put into it. They gotta get it back.
Oh man. But yeah. So okay. So I guess for me. My three would be, it's kind of tough in some aspects, but I gotta say, and kind of similar to your Shadowlands, this is one I don't know if I'll stream. I might stream some of it. We'll see. Even though it's not technically a new game, but I am really pumped for. I'm gonna put this one as third. The remastered Mass Effect Collection.
That's gonna be lit. I've never played it, and so we were talking about that kind of after my stream. And I'm ready. I'm going to go back and play it now. Now that it's gonna be re-released, I gotta go play it.
I think you should because for me, I'll admit I haven't played the first one, but I played 2 and 3. Andromeda, I was like, no, I'm not gonna touch it because I don't want to ruin it for me. But I'm really excited, especially now that and so 2 is just, oh man, if you like science fiction and if you like a really good RPG with amazing storytelling and different paths, like I don't know if there's been a better game for that yet. You know, like they're just so damn good, and yeah, I cannot wait. That one is gonna be hype. We might stream it. The really cool thing for those if you're uninitiated with Mass Effect is that when you make your character a number 1, you can play that same character and party. So like your party levels up with you and shit, and you can like carry the same party and character through all 3 games if you want.
That's lit. That's lit.
Like a big cohesive story. Like it's crazy. Like so when I got number 3, I carried my dude from number 2 over, and the decisions that you made in the previous game will echo in the next game. Like you'll run into characters and they'll be like, oh, and they'll like let's say like you in the first game you play like a mission where like you're in a church and you could like not a church, that's bad. Let's just say there was like a guy you could like save him or kill him. Right, and you choose to kill him. Like in that next game, I'll be like, oh, I remember when you killed him there, like back then. Oh, you could have saved him, blah blah blah. Or like the opposite. Oh, you saved that guy when you should have killed him. You know, like it's the way the decisions echo through all 3 games is really 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 cool. That game was just done so well, and I can't wait to see what they do with the remastered of it. Number 2, I think I'm gonna have to say, shit, dude, it's so tough. Number 2, I might have to go with, I might have to digress with Soul there and say probably Horizon.
Yeah.
I think Horizon's gonna be super lit.
Massive.
Yeah. I think that their first game, for those of you that don't know, the studio that did Horizon, the same studio that did Killzone, which the Killzone series is amazing. It's kind of forgotten now, but in its time, another one I never played the first one of. I have a few like that where I started on number 2, right? Like, just weird, but probably like by the time like Mass Effect 2 and Killzone 2 came out, that's when I was like a hardcore gamer. Right. And before that, not that I wasn't, but I was like more like the summer kid or whatever, right? But I'd still game, but I played my old ass systems. You know, I played 64 for a long time, and PS2. We had PS2 for a long time before I got a PS3. Right. Yeah, I think that the way, you know, Horizon Zero Dawn was such a big difference in comparison to what a kind of game Killzone was, you know, even though Killzone's an amazing game still, but it was a shooter, right? Like it was a first-person shooter with really good story, but it wasn't like an open world game. So this being their first attempt at an open world game, like I have heard, and I can agree kind of with the one complaint of number 1, it is beautiful. The story is amazing storytelling, but there is a lot of empty space. And, you know, that's the thing. Games are almost the opposite than movies sometimes, because a lot of times in movies, the first one's always the best and the sequels don't live up to it. I think with games, a lot of time it's the opposite, because first one's good, but the first one is like the beta. And then second one, they upgrade this and this, make it a bit better. Third one, they upgrade this and this, make it a bit better. Like, prime example would be, go back and play Assassin's Creed 1. And then go and play Valhalla. Hell, I'll even give you a one-up. Play the remastered version of Assassin's Creed 1 and play Valhalla, and you still will shit your pants, because it's like, whoa, this is how far they've came.
Right, night and day difference.
Uh-huh. So I think that this game is going to be excellent. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And speaking of upgrading and learning, you know, new stuff from the prior game, number 1 spot, no shot. It's obvious. Ragnarok. That's all I'm gonna say, chat.
Right. That's right. I totally forgot about that.
Ragnarok is coming, chat. And if you don't know,
next year.
Oh yeah. And if you don't know, I got a hard on for God of War. I got a hard on for Vikings. Man, this game. The first one was so good. So good. But what it lacked in boss fights, I think that this game is going to just Like, get ready. Not that it lacked in boss fights. I shouldn't say that, but like, here's the thing, and I kind of pieced that together while I was playing too. Like, so at first I complained and other people complained. Well, you didn't really fight that many gods, right? Like God of War 3, you fought all these gods, but it's like, yeah, in God of War 3, you fought all those gods because that was the finale to that trilogy. You didn't fight 6 gods in God of War 1. You know, you fought the Hydra, you fought some cool bosses and stuff, but kind of like this game, you fought a dragon, you fought, you know, there was lots of cool bosses, and then you fought the god at the end. You know, the way the trilogies build up, you know, like in God of War, I think they're on track, and even on a better track than the original trilogy. And
Right.
I'm hyped. I think it's gonna be dope. But one that I forgot that just popped in my head now that I don't know, like, I guess I'll put it on the honorable mentions, but honestly, it would be in the top 3 too. I don't know which one it would bump down. Is Far Cry 6, because let me tell you, like, I'll be the first to admit I got bored with the Far Cry bit as well. Like, certain games, they do like slow and then they become trendy, and there's middle ones that are boring, kind of like Assassin's Creed be a prime example, and they're both from the same studio, so a really good example. But Far Cry 2, which I never played the first one, again. Far Cry 2, most people don't know. It was a whole totally different game back then, but it was still so amazing and revolutionary for its time. Then Far Cry 3 came out. Holy shit. Upgrade. Bam. Crazy. Far Cry 4, kind of a copy-paste with a little bit more. Still pretty good, but then the last couple, they didn't catch me as much. But this one, man, I got the feeling this is going to be the one that hits you like 2 and 3 did, but even harder. And I cannot freaking wait, dude. I cannot wait. Not wait. And another honorable mention before I end it was there's a game, the name's kind of fleeing me right at the moment, but people will remember the very first announcement teaser for PS5. They showed video footage of this game that almost looked like some crazy, like, Breath of the Wild, you know, Spirited Away stuff. And that game, that's the game I'm hyped for. I gotta look up.
Yeah.
Let me find the name here. And there was a trailer for it at when they did the actual full PS5 announcement, like the first one. They had a trailer for that game then too, like a better trailer. I can't remember the name of it right now. I don't think it's Journey, but
I forget. I know what you're talking about. I can't wait for it. So, because, you know, I'm not a big Elder Scrolls fan. The next Elder Scrolls coming out, I'm ready to see what they're gonna do with that.
Oh,
That's my honorable mention. It's Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, that goes without saying for me because my chat knows that.
Right. Although I don't know how that's gonna play out now that, you know, Microsoft has picked up Bethesda. So
yeah, that's gonna be very interesting to see. I have seen them say that for the most part they don't really think that they're going to, but that doesn't like them saying we don't think so doesn't really mean we're not going to. So
right.
I mean, we'll find out, I guess, but yeah, another quick honorable mention from me would be oh my god, I just passed by. Sorry, so the first one was called Project Athia. I just looked it up. Project Athia is the working title for the big honorable mention of mine. I think that.
Oh, okay, I understand. Okay.
That one looks crazy. I got 2 other honorable mentions. I think Deathloop. I know some people.
Deathloop is gonna look good, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Demo's gonna go off in the chat and say, "No, crap," but I think Deathloop looks. I think it's gonna be really cool, and I think the potential of speed runs and stuff like that on Twitch and YouTube are gonna be really, really cool. The other one I was just gonna say, oh my god, I just had it up. Give me 1 second. Deathloop. Oh, sorry, Hitman 3. Woo, that's gonna be good. Let's go. I kind of forgot about it. I just searched top PS5 games coming out, and that's January. So damn, dude, that's gonna be. Yeah, Hitman 3. The last one that I played, anyways, the last time I actually played one was on PS3, to be honest. So I'm behind on the Hitman games, but I grew up playing Hitman 2 on the PS2. Those games are just, but the last one, like the amount of like different options and paths that you could go on were just, it's just crazy, right? So it's gonna be nuts, I think.
I know. You forgot one. I guess there's bringing out another DLC for Cuphead. I know you're excited.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, for sure. That's been like delayed. Apparently, I didn't even know about it. And I looked it up, and it's been like you know, But to be honest, I'm in no rush because I still haven't beat the regular Cuphead. So, and I'm so caught up with PS5 and stuff right now. It's gonna be a minute. But I do
so
love
many games to
Cuphead.
play. So many games to play right now.
Yeah, it's wild. It is wild, and there's gonna be so many more. So get ready.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're doing like lots of like reboots and upgrades to other ones. Like Starfield is another one I'm very intrigued to see how that comes out. Like it's made by Bethesda, so we'll see. It's either gonna be great or terrible, and I'm interested to see either way. But yeah, man, there's a lot of ambitious projects coming out, and I'm excited to see where they all go.
For it.
That's right. So to end it off, I think what we'll do is, first of all, if you've got anything to add or anything you'd like to say. Oh, Demo says new Dragon Age. Yeah, Dragon Age will be something different, and the new Gollum game. I didn't bring that one up because, yeah, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, but I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about Lord of the Rings Gollum. It's interesting. I think maybe it'd be better as a Telltale game, to be honest. But, and for those of you who don't know, yes, there is a Lord of the Rings game coming out. It's going to be a stealth action game where you play as Gollum. Lord of the Rings Gollum. I am interested to see it. Don't get me wrong. It's same with the other one. Actually, honorable mention I should have said was Hogwarts. That's not one I'm like. Yeah. Some people got extreme hype for it. I'm more just very interested and curious. Yeah.
And how they're gonna do that.
And if it comes out the way that like I would want it to come out, awesome. Like I can't wait to see it. The other one I am really hyped for, but I didn't put it on my list because it's Microsoft, and we just don't know how that's gonna go. Is Fable, because it's been a long time. Fable 1 is that's a game of my childhood, and I love that shit. And Fable 2 was okay. It started getting worse after that, but Fable 1, I don't know, man. Fable 1 was just before Skyrim. I think Fable 1, it was just so amazing. The storytelling in it and everything was really good.
Right.
But before I pick 7 more games as honorable mentions, we'll move on to our final things. Like let Soul go here, and that is, sorry, did you have one you wanted to add? I just kept cutting.
No, we got nothing.
Okay.
Good.
I wanted to, I know you like to do fun questions like this, so and then as I thought of it today, I said, I think we might have done that one before. I don't know. But if not, it was probably a while ago, so let's go again. Since we're talking about gaming all night here. If you had to choose one video game universe to live in, or be a part of, which one would it be?
It's hard. That's really hard. Right. I would probably be in the universe of like Final Fantasy VII, and I would probably be like Cloud, so that way I can have I would want to see the magic happen and the materia and just to be in that immersed in that world.
Yeah,
I would do that.
Hell yeah, that's a good answer. Yeah, I didn't. I was actually like very curious. I didn't know what you would pick. For me, it took me a long time to actually like come up with one because I went, "Ooh, what about this one? What about that one?" A lot of people in my chat, and for a long time, I probably would have picked this answer, are gonna think I would pick The Legend of Zelda, and I'd be, trying to take Link's spot and get me that princess. But no, and then I thought, well, damn, man, the world of Cyberpunk looks hella cool. But I also think, shit, man, we're not really, 2077. We might get there by 2055. You know what I mean? Like, way shit's going nowadays. Who knows? Right. So then I thought deep down, and I looked into my heart and my childhood. And you know what I came up with? And people are going to cap me on this, but no word of a lie. This would be my ultimate video game world dream. Pokemon.
Okay, all right.
And I would be like Ass Ketchum, and I would be the very best, like no one ever was, motherfucker. That's right. I'd have that Charizard, just flaming out the competition, dude. That's what I'm saying. I would have a Charizard for sure. I would have a shiny Rayquaza because that's just how badass I am. I'd go make friends with Mewtwo. Get him to show me where the shiny one is. Oh yeah, dude.
Just enjoy it. Yeah, that'd be lit.
Right. Quote to 666 says, "Dead or alive, extreme beach volleyball." For those of you that don't know what that is, that's just
that was a waifu game for sure.
Yeah, that's right. It's a volleyball waifu game with some let's just call them jiggly girls. But yeah, for me it would definitely be Pokemon. And even though I said it's the last one, I want to get your take real quick. Okay. What do you think of the big craze of like Pokemon openings are back. They're in hardcore. To chat a little preface, Logan Paul did the big Pokemon first edition base set auction on his stream. I don't know, maybe 2 months ago now. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of how they did it at all because they inflated and made the market go crazy. But they did get the hype up, and a lot of other streamers and YouTubers are, they're getting in on it. They're doing some openings, and I'm not going to lie. I've been watching some of them, and I've been enjoying the hell out of it. Like tomorrow, our stream might be late, heads up, or we're just going to be reacting to another one because they're doing one. And because it's the vintage cards, the first few sets and stuff, I don't know, man. It just feels so cool. And I myself, personally, am loving it. I think it's really cool. What's your take on that?
I think it's legit that it's coming back. You know what I'm saying? It's for those that have been around the way for a while, and Pokemon started when Pokemon was fresh. It's cool to see that they're getting back into this, and the only issue that I have with it is the fact that they're saturating the market for the cards.
Yeah.
So, but outside of that, it's cool shit. Like I wish.
Well, what I think's gonna happen is like right now the market is so high because it's so big. But what they don't realize, too, is they're also opening so many of these cards. Because what holds more value than anything is that sealed box. Like a first edition base set booster box holds more value than any of the cards inside of it, save for the Charizard. And that is only because you have the chance to get the Charizard. But if you open that box and don't pull the Charizard,
it's a wrap.
That's a wrap. So the only thing that really truly holds the value the most is the box sealed, and even then though it's kind of scary because they're really hard to legitimize nowadays, right? Like as we've seen in the YouTube video, some dudes, they spent $325,000 and boom, right? But the Charizard is passing that $325,000. Pretty sure the auction for the one on YouTube or on eBay now I think it's almost at 400. It's expected to hit $500,000 by the time of sale for one card. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
But the hype is there. Like you just get, I don't know. Like I watched Trainwrecks and Mizkif do the Team Rocket box. And man, it was cool. And then I watched Pay Money Wubby did a Jungle box. And then tomorrow, the OTK family is doing Fossil.
Yep.
And then for those of you, if you didn't know and haven't heard, my man Ludwig, he has organized, they're going to do a Pokemon week this December where all the biggest creators on Twitch are going to open up a vintage booster box.
That's so expensive, bro.
And some of them, I'm talking, are crazy. I mean, Pokimane got in on this. She bought a box of Aquapolis, which, for those of you who don't know, there's 3 sets that came out, and they were the last 3 sets that Wizard of the Coast. They were the ones who printed all the original cards before Pokemon sold to Nintendo. And they did Sky Ridge, which is the most expensive one, Aquapolis, and I can't remember the third one. And she paid $50,000 for a booster box of Aquapolis, so that's going to be getting opened. It's just I like it. I think it's really cool. I think it's wholesome, and it's fun. It's fun. A lot of them are breaks too, so actually people can buy in. And if you watch the Pay Money Wubby ones, he does random giveaways of a pack. He'll just pick somebody who's chatting in his chat and say, "This pack's for you." You win it, he'll mail it to you, no matter what's in there. You could pull. He did Jungle last time. You could pull that Vaporeon, 14 G's, man. It's sick.
That's crazy.
If
I had the money to get it.
Oh,
if I had the money to get it, bro.
Dude, I honestly think, people will call me crazy, but yeah, if I was like one of these rich content creators, I would put in the 300 G's and get that first edition base set. Dude, that would be like, I think, oh man.
I would.
I can't think of anything that just gets my nostalgia a boner more than pulling that first edition Charizard. Oh!
And then you have that bam. Then you
Or
auction that joint off and you make all your money back.
or even the Venusaur. Like, I had a sick collection. Obviously, none of them would be PSA 10, but
Right.
I did keep like my good ones in pretty good shape. Like, and I have no idea where it went, and that just makes me so sad every day. But yeah, I think it's hype. It's not going to be around forever. It'll return again later. But the crazy thing is, these boxes are opening. Like, they don't make them no more. That's the other thing. You know, every one that's open, that's one less that's out there, and one day there will be none.
None. Yeah.
And that's why I think watching the openings too of some of them, like especially the base set ones and stuff, or you know, Japanese base set, it's really crazy because it's like I said, they don't make that no more. And it's also crazy to think, like, with the sealed stuff like that, it's like, you know, this sat on the shelf at a store 20 years ago, and then some dude bought it and he kept it in his closet for 20 years. Like, it's just, I think it's really crazy. It's really cool. I watched a really cool video on Leonhardt, who's like one of the biggest Pokemon card openers on YouTube.
Yep, he is.
And he had a guy on there with the rarest Pokemon card in the world. For those of you that don't know, it's a Japanese Illustrator Pikachu card. Damn, that was cool. I'm going to show it on my stream. This probably tomorrow and throughout this week, we're going to actually be doing some react videos to some of these openings to get people up to speed that haven't seen them, because I don't know, man. I think it's just feel good. With the creators that have been doing them, they're keeping it pretty funny. It's entertaining to watch, and it's just really cool. And I wish I had the money to buy in on the break to watch, because you watch. Prime example was the Jungle Box. A lot of creators bought into that one on the Wubby stream, and one of them was, the moistest man on the internet, the Keanu Reeves of YouTube and Twitch, my boy Moist Critical, Penguin Zero, and he was like restreaming it, like watching it, right? And watching him like to watch Wubby pull his cards, and he bought, I think, 5 packs, and the first 4 were all bad. And then finally on the 5th one, he pulled the Snorlax, which is the most expensive $15,000 card, you know? And just his expression, how happy. Yes! Oh, it's just, I don't know, man. I think it's so cool. It's so
like
cool.
lottery. It's a lottery.
It is, but it's like the nostalgia lottery, you know? It's like, it's...
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it that gets me. So we're gonna be reacting to some on stream this week. I've been meaning to do it sooner, but we got that PS5. I got Valhalla, and I'm just like, I've been losing viewers, I think, because of Valhalla, but I don't care. I just love it so much. I said, sorry guys,
whatever you want to play, yeah.
We're going raiding, boys. They know it. And then come Cyberpunk, it's gonna be the same thing. Get ready.
Cyberpunk all day.
Yeah, that's right. All right, my man. Well, we're in overtime a bit, but you know the conversation's just so good. I kept you a bit longer. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but
fine.
I'm gonna let you go there. Mods, I don't know if you got all Soul stuff. Are you able to do a quick spam? If not, here I'll do it. But if you want to, I'll let you shout out your stuff, guys. Make sure to go check out Soul. I'm gonna let him shout out all stuff, but follow him on all of it, and especially on Spotify. Listen to the Unskripted podcast, because damn, man, I listen to that at work. That's dope.
I am Soul of SoulUnskripted. You can follow me at twitch.tv/SoulUnskripted. I do game, and on Sundays I do run the Unskripted podcast, which happens every Sunday. You can also, if you don't watch it live, you can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Stitcher currently. And it's really wholesome, really fun. We talk about random stuff. This week we'll be talking about Thanksgiving, so it'll be the Thanksgiving Day podcast. So talk about all things that are Thanksgiving, especially the food. That's where I get judged the most. So we will definitely, but yeah, just stop on through. I stream nightly, about 12 a.m. And if it's on the weekends, because my stream schedule's changed, Friday, Saturday, I go a little longer. Like last night, I was up till 2. And I was playing COD, and I was playing the Zelda, the new Zelda game. So, and in about 30 minutes, I'll be going live. So, check me out. See, yeah, that's it.
One second here, I'm just gonna spam your.
I'm not gonna get into this right now on your stream.
Oh, the yams. I've heard it. Sorry, your Twitter, is it? Okay, he got the Twitch. Is your Twitter capital?
No. It is. Hold on. I don't even. Don't get me to lying. No, it's I can spam my Twitter.
Okay, well, I got your Twitch in there. Yeah, sorry, I used to have the blurb already, but like I said, we had a rough night here, chat. Family emergencies and staying up all night. Me and Soul talked about it before, but
that's the Twitters.
yeah, make sure to go follow this man on Twitter and like and retweet all of his tweets, or you're banned from my channel. So yeah, man, as usual, it's been a pleasure. Sorry I kept you overtime here, but
Okay.
just I've been dying to chat with you about this, honestly, all the last 2 weeks. As soon as I got it, because I was scared I wasn't going to get it launch day, and then as soon as I did, I said, me and Soul can do the podcast now. Hell yeah, I've been excited.
Had this conversation.
That's right, man. So appreciate you coming in, appreciate you giving us our time, and guys, make sure to go check out Soul and go listen to his podcast as well, because it's a hell of a time. And coming up, who knows, you might hear me on there as well, right? So
yes.
Soul, thank you so much for
No
joining us. And I also forgot, I should remember because I was just watching OTK Thanksgiving, but happy Thanksgiving to you. And
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, man, we'll catch you tomorrow on your podcast.
All right.
All righty, brother. Have a good one.
You do the same.
All right, chat. Give me a second here. How do I get rid of the Discord thing now? I'm so disorganized today, chat. I'm sorry. Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in to the Smoking Room podcast. We just had a chill episode here tonight, you know. Like I said, just kind of, we wanted to do our week in review of, you know, what we thought of the PS5 and all the new games that we've tried thus far, tried and seen. And yeah, man, it's just a good time. Make sure you guys go check out Soul. Like I said, he's a solid guy. We always have a good time on here, good podcast. So he's basically like our part-time co-host at this point. He's always got to wait for my slow ass to get ready. So make sure you guys go give him a follow and show him the appreciation.